Hello students. In today's lecture we would be studying about Hadoop, what exactly Hadoop is and why it is required or it is the necessity for data analytics. So if we are talking about Hadoop is basically it is a framework which allows us to store and process large amount of data. Now the thing is we were using traditional database or database system which basically does the same thing. The difference between the two is Hadoop basically works on the parallel and distributed fashion. To understand this concept more clearly, I would like to give you an example or would like to explain one example which would make you more clear about the concept. What does exactly parallel and distributed means? So in this example, I am considering a person named as Bob who has just opened a restaurant in a city. Now when Bob opened a restaurant in a city, he just appointed one cook, or you can say one chef whose basic job was to take the orders and delivers the orders on time. Now the restaurant which job has just opened up, just inaugurated, has only one shelf in which he basically stores all the ingredients which are required for cooking the food. So the ingredients which are required for cooking the food will may be kept in only one shelf. So the 2 points need to be noted or needs to be considered over here is Bob has opened a restaurant and he has appointed only one chef who is going to take care of all the food delivery and delivering the food on time. And the second is Bob has kept only one shelf in which he has basically stored all the ingredients which are required to cook the food. So in this case we are going to take one scenario in which we may have multiple cooks. Now what happens initially when Bob just started his restaurant, then at that time he was getting plenty of orders and it was like easy for him to cope up with the orders. He was having one chef and that chef was maintaining all the orders and was able to deliver all the orders on time. Now what happened, since Bob got a good response from the public, he just came up with the idea to start to advertise his products, advertise his food items on online mode also. So he just started an online delivery also. Now what happened, suddenly when he started with the online delivery, taking the orders with the online app and all, so the number of orders he was getting got increased suddenly. So it was very difficult for him to cope up, how to manage it was difficult for him to basically to deliver the orders on time, since the ratio of the orders got increased rapidly. So what he just came up with an idea to increase the number of cooks, because it was not possible for only one cook, for only one chef to deliver all the orders on time and to cook all kind of food. So he appointed two more cooks, you can say, or chef you can say. So now what happened, Bob was having three cooks for cooking the food, for preparing the recipe, and he was having only one shelf. So shelf is only one, but we have multiple cooks. Now what happened in this case, since only one shelf is there, only one cook can use the item in one shelf at a time. For example, if cook 1 wants to use the item from the shelf, then cook 2 and cook 3 need to wait, because at that time the shelf is being used by the cook 1. So cook 2 and cook 3 are not allowed to use the shelf. So this was basically, you can say, a traditional method or traditional system which was occurring, or which was happening previously. In case of traditional system, we were having multiple processors, but they can access data from a single data point, that is data warehouse. Now we all are aware of this concept that multiple processors need to access data from a single warehouse, that which is known as data warehouse. Now in this case also, if processor 1 is using the data warehouse for some purpose or the other, processor 2 needs to wait, and similarly processor 3 and so on, all the processor needs to wait for their turn. So this was the concept behind the traditional system. So that concept I am relating with this particular example. In this case also, Bob is having multiple cooks and he is having only one shelf. So cooks also need to wait for the shelf or for their turn to use the shelf. So this was the basic scenario or basic criteria. Now what Hadoop is using, basically Hadoop is working on distributed and parallel approach. So what exactly distributed and parallel approach is, in this case what Bob is doing, and now again I am going back to the same example of the cook and the chef. Now in this case you can see we have multiple cooks, as we know that Bob has appointed 2 or 3 more cooks. So in all Bob is having 4 cooks right now. So Bob has distributed the task to all the cooks. For example, if the order of the recipe is for example if they need to prepare a meat sauce, so what Bob has done, Bob has distributed the task, one cook to the to prepare the meat, one he has given the task of preparing the sauce to the other cook, and so on. So in this way he has basically distributed the task. And the other thing he has done is, since only one shelf was available, so he has divided the shelf, or he has distributed the parts or the portion of the shelf to all the cooks available. What does it means? It means there is only one shelf, but it is divided into 4 parts. Each part is assigned to one cook. For example, if part 1 is assigned to cook 1, then the material which is needed by the cook 1 will be kept in part 1 of the shelf only. Similarly, the materials used by the cook 2 will be stored in part 2 of the shelf only, and so on. Similarly, you can say the materials or the ingredients which are required by the shelf 3 for cooking the recipe or for completing the recipe, all those ingredients that cook is going to keep in part 3 of the shelf. So in this way what we have done, we have distributed the portion of the shelf. Shelf is only one, we have not purchased any more shelf. Shelf is one, we have just created the portion or part of, divided the parts of the shelf, and we have assigned each part to each cook. Now what is happening over here, cooks don't need to wait, they are free to do their job, and they don't need to wait for the other cook to complete their task. Everybody is doing their task, whatever ingredients they want they can take it from their particular part and they can continue cooking their recipe. So what happened in this way, Bob is performing the distribution function also, and since you can see with the diagram also, every cook is simultaneously doing. They are not waiting for each other, they are not waiting for the shelf to get free, they are not waiting for each other to complete the task. They are performing all the tasks simultaneously, that is, you can say, parallelly. So in this way Bob is doing or working on the concept of distributed and parallel approach. So in this way in similar manner Hadoop works. So what Hadoop is doing, Hadoop is implementing or inculcating basically the approach which is known as distributed and parallel approach. Through both these approach, it is basically distributing the task, and parallelly it is executing the task, so that time should not be wasted and the cook should able to basically complete the recipe or to deliver the recipe on time. Now what exactly MapReduce is, that is more important in case of Hadoop, because Hadoop uses basically it is using 2 basic approaches, which is distributed and parallel approach, and the second concept in which it is working is MapReduce. So what is MapReduce? MapReduce is mapping, you can say, is distributing or allocating the work, and reducing is in simple words you can say combining the work. So MapReduce is basically when we distribute the work to multiple peoples, to multiple group of peoples, or to 4 or 5 students for example, and when the task is being completed, it is being combined so that a final result should be available. It is same as the game of, you can say, divide and conquer. If you have studied or gone through the concept of divide and conquer, and what it is doing, it is basically dividing the concept and finally it is merging the concept. So the same concept it is used in case of MapReduce. In case of MapReduce, we are dividing the work, that is, if we need to prepare a meat sauce, it has been divided into 4 cooks. 2 cooks are preparing meat and 2 cooks are preparing sauce, and after preparing preparing meat sauce, ultimately the head cook, the person or the figure you can see with the green mark, the cook, the figure of the cook in green, it represents the head of the cook. So what exactly the head of the cook is doing over here? It is doing the reducing part. Now what is reducing part? As I told you earlier also, it means it is combining. So what would be the role of green cook over here is it will assemble the cook assemble the meat with the sauce. So green cook will do, it will mix the sauce with the meat, then only your recipe will be prepared. If until and unless you are not mixing the sauce with the meat, it is not said to be completed. When it is completed, when you are mixing all the ingredients at the final stage, so that final stage is known as reducing, which is performed by the head cook or the person you can, or the figure you can see in green. They are representing the head cooks. So in this way, Bob has created an excellent idea, and through this idea, by working, by distributing and by parallelly executing its work, by distributing the work and by parallelly you can say implementing the work, it is possible for the Bob to came up or to complete his orders on time and to deliver, and he was able to deliver his order on time. So this is the basic approach which is used for Hadoop also. If we are talking about Hadoop, it is using the same concept of distributed and parallel approach, in which it is basically distributing its task, and finally at the reducing stage it is combining the task so as to get the result. So students, I hope this concept is clear to you. In next lecture we would be studying about Hadoop architecture, which is very interesting part, and I hope it will make you more clear about the concepts of Hadoop and why we are basically using Hadoop for data analytics. Thank you.